Hello, this is Tailix and welcome to Tailix Trials 2 of Sword of the Stars. Now in the last video I basically started a new game on a random galaxy and we are continuing with that today. Alright, yes, in the last episode, I remember now, we've got hivers coming in this side here, and also we colonised our new worlds. Now with a few more coming up, I better check the fleets. Colonisers, we got 2 on the next turn, which is awesome because I want that planet Griffin. I want that one. So yes, we are researching trade. Okay. Now obviously, even though we are on a ceasefire at the moment, I want to kind of get designs prepared for battle. So every squad you have to have a command and control section to command more ships in battle. Obviously for this design I do use my strafe bridge, which has more mounts, a little less health but more damage to make up for the loss of it on the mid section, the command section. Again, this design I find is a little bit more wacky. I generally have the emitter mounts behind the strafe bridge and obviously the one on back to act as flak for missiles, and when I pass by they shoot ships. Right. I have a standard destroyer, an armor mount. I actually use hammerhead for this, for extra coverage from the front 2 mounts here and here. Again, they stay as emitter for flak. I do have a flak mount with the point defense mount. I have the red laser point defense because again the coverage is good. The main weakness is under the underbelly of the vessel, because I generally change these 2 light mounts here into the Gorse cannon for damage coverage, and I generally like to have this one as Gorse as well. For the main reason is because I just love shooting cannons in space for some reason. It's got a nice feeling to it. Yep, let me just name the ship for categorizations purposes, and so they appear in order. Destroyer. I think I've spelled it. Wait a minute, one sec. No, it's about right. This is obviously now I take a look at shield mount. You see, again, I've got shields mark 2. Again, obviously I lose out on those 2 side mounts, but I gain that for obviously a emitter. And again, pop out that strafe bridge, but this time I changed that to the full Gorse. And this main cannon here will be plasma cannon. I put this one obviously as whereas the destroyer is just DDD, this one's DDC, so these ships will appear before if I haven't arranged the fleet. Just in case. But yeah, I prefer the shields because once the shields are down, after a period of time it comes up, back up. And I prefer that over just having armour because it's like regenerating a bit of health at the same time for the vessel. Because once the shields take so much amount of damage, then they break. With those designs out of the way, I'm going to end my turn just this once. Got a message. Oh dear. Right. Now obviously, I thought I had a message. No, it's just telling me that the game's ready to play. And it went over budget. Awesome. Right. With that out of the way, I'm going to actually get a few defensive fleet at home. So again, CNC ships. I'm going to put in a couple of destroyers and some shielded fighters, and I've realised I've actually missed the design. I have point defence vessels, which specialise in small mounts and small mounts only. Again, this one's going to be Hammerhead. This is my standard point defence of the destroyer class. Oh, that's got standard, I meant Hammerhead. There we go. That little undermount there with the 360, normally I would have flak, but recently in most games now I've actually been using it for a sniper mount or a cheeky ballistic mount, because generally these will cover the thing. And again, I've got types of flak here for drones. Obviously the Gauss and laser obviously do different types of damage to the smaller, to drone ships. I generally have that as a good coverage. And again, this one actually appears first on the list as well. And the reason why I have them first is because it's, if I go into a battle and I'm unprepared, these guys actually scout out what my opponent has for the next turn. So if they have got drones, then we'll be fine. If they haven't, then I call them back and I bring in the more of the tougher vessels. Right, so there's a bit of defence for home. Hopefully next turn. Oh, I forgot to do the colonisations. Well. Right, now we've got fast and light economics. I'm now going to focus on terraforming because we now have systems on the go. So, atmospheric adaptation. Right, there's my nice little home fleet right there. Right, now with colonizers I've now got 3 planets I can capture next turn. Yeah, one of them. And you're only a size 3, so I'm only going to use 3 transports to colonize that one. And size 2. This was going to be costly, but yeah, I'm going to do it. Two colonizers for that one. Right, as you can see here, I've got a nice dark, light blue, bar there. That is terraforming minuses to my income. And you'll see that jump quite a bit on the next turn as I take more planets. See? Again, whack up the terraforming on all the new planets. Oh, this one's basically, oh, awesome. I get no loss on this planet. Right, again, return the tankers, which have now served as tanker vessels for the destroyer fleet, when they get home, of course. Right, so again, colonizers. And let's take a look. Size 1, 48. All size 8, yoink. Not the appropriate fleet for the job, but we can get it started at least. Right, trade routes. Trades are done a little bit different in this game. Each set of planets are divided into sectors. So this sector here has these 5 planets. And obviously none of them at the moment actually have an established trade route. Down here, again, no real established trade route, but up here we have 3 trade routes established, and this sector isn't declared. Oh, it's not secure yet. Neither is that one. What about the other planet? Yeah, I need to basically colonize that planet there, or at least scout it out, before I can make trade routes amongst this system. Right, so if I return that down, home can get some trade routes, but we'll make the design anyways. I'm not going to build them till I've got more trade routes. I thought I would have a bit more than that in this game. Again, with the freighters, I make them as cheap as possible by just giving them the basic cannon mount. Alrighty then. It didn't complete on that turn. Oh well, we're doing okay. There we go. More terraforming. Now, elemental ooh! Wait a minute. Oh, actually, I'll sign it now. Seems like we've got enemies, so I'm gonna just do something crazy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that tech. If I just 2 turns sounds good to me. Right, now it's just been called that a fleet is on the way. Like, oh, the Moor guy. After that planet that I want. It's 1 ship, it's 1 scout. And how many turns to go? Only 1. That seems quite fast, really. 1 sec. And here we go, first combat. Because of all those scouts is the reason why in most multiplayer games I tend to get the first battle. Because I like to see everything. Right, it's destroyer v destroyer. Yep, while most of the game is done in turn-based, when 2 fleets collide, it goes into real-time fighting with a 5-minute timer. Now obviously I'm set to peaceful stance at the moment, but I don't know what the enemy's up to. So guns trained on the target. Just take a look at what it's got. They're shooting! Right, I've set commands to move. That was not good. Oh, you missed with a cannon. You can't afford to miss with that cannon. Oh. Well, we have an enemy. Right, we've got a fleet going that way. Still waiting for these tankers to come back home for the fleet. I really wanted that size 8 as well. So, the planet near it. Oh, it's this one. If I remember correctly, this one's got a low production cost. Yeah, if we get a few of the shielded fighters, tell all the colonizer fleet to rendezvous. 5 turns. Say now things get interesting. Size 3 there. Right, colonizers, 1 turn, 2 for them. Get a few more. And another CNC while I'm at it. Right, now we have a hostile here. I'm going to put up some defences on my planets. Just in case. Now obviously in early stages on your light defence platforms you never have emitter. Yeah, they may get in close, but I find it's never that great of a weapon. You need something with the longest range, which in this case is, for most damage as well, is the main ballistic cannon. Normally I find that the best thing to put on those light defense platforms is the sniper cannon, but obviously in this game I have not got it. So now I'm queuing up light defense platforms just for some form of defense on all my worlds, even if they can't build them yet. I queue it up so when it does start building, they can. A few more. Probably want a tanker now as well. There we go. Right.
The vessels will be completed soon. We begin construction now.
These are only temporary platforms. I will be recycling them once I get better tech.
We shall be steel and fire.
So I'm not overly fussed
We hear your voice
with them.
coming to Newberry.
Right. This is a good size fort there. Right. Tankers are now rallied up with this fleet. Now I go into the command and control. This does the initial layout of a fleet. As you can see, I generally put a AM, or the point defense vessel. The AM I actually put for anti-missile right up front, so it can take anything like torpedoes, just deflak everything before it gets to me. I need a few more destroyers. Can only fit one more, so I need a couple more basic destroyers as well. Three, and I'll round the rest up with shielded. And that's a fleet there. I can use basic defense. Right, now stormers are complete. My old destroyer design is now obsolete. Right. First of all, since I'm on a ceasefire, I'm now going to translate their language so I can actually understand what they're saying. Now the initial research for this is actually quite cheap, but it only allows me to establish ceasefires with them. Any higher, like a friendship or a non-aggression treaty, I'll have to use, well, no more of their language. Righty. Now, oh, is this right? Destination. I'm just going to use all for these. Okay, these are like sister systems. Let's rock and roll.
System updates. The hive mind opened further for us.
Alrighty. 18. That's not too bad for now. Right. Alright, it's time to get a bit of these, I think. Let's get some scanning technology first. Before I move up to the early cruiser stage of my designs, I'm going to do that, get some form of sensor network up, as well as having my destroyer. And you are 1 turn, oh, 2 turns, sorry. That resource number just... Oh, here we go again. I bet it's that same destroyer. This time I'll be more of an aggressive stance. Yeah, it's the same destroyer. It's got minor damage. We did come in peace, now we shoot to kill. Their fighting is done a bit more differently than most of the other races. The other races have to worry about inertia, but Lear fleets have teleported thousands times per second to move, because obviously they've got bodies of water inside. So that gives us great strafing ability, where the other races have to worry about turning around. The only thing I'm annoyed about Morgai ships is their engine section's one of their strongest. There we go. Ooh. Oh, nicely dodged. Yes! Victory! Unfortunately now that ship has lost his main section. He's only got 9 light years of movement. Right. Advanced sensors. That sounds good to me. Right, and last, both colonizers are arrived at their destination. I don't have any. Oh well. Be a line of shielded destroyers. You want that system? We've got the hivers coming in here. I might want to research their language and make peace with them, because hivers are generally... I don't really like the hivers, but at the same time they are... they can be handy for defense with their gate system of transport. You can call in a defense if you're allies with them, as long as they listen to you, of course. Right. I'm actually going to stop 2 of them, redivert them to she. So yes, that's this one. Scout v Scout again. On the bright side, at least I know this planet is not terraformable by my race at the moment. Here he comes. Oh, obey my commands. Basically, the list of commands here is what I frequently use is fleet normal is where I actually have control of the vessel. Attack close to attack brings them as close as they can and puts a bit of strafe on me. Ah, you need to hit with that cannon. They usually have DF racks and at least one of the rockets will hit. Come on. Turn it around. Come on. Oh, you missed. Can't take much more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Oh, double kill. Oh, that was quite epic, that. Oh, here we go again. So yeah, we're having just smaller little engagements. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you want to join the cavalry, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.